Humble offering of gratitude to Swami on 100th birthday, 23rd November 2025. Getting inspiration from Anne Sullivan Massey, who described what is love so beautifully to a child named Helen Keller, who has lost all senses at a very tender age and made her a dignified global citizen. I quote Helen Keller visits India. Prayerfully, I look to you and the people of Delhi to cooperate in a work that shall renew the lives of the blind with inner light. I unquote. Today, with a heavy heart for the children, prayerfully I look India and to the world to cooperate in a work that shall renew the lives of children with all outer senses intact and all special children neglected for a long time with inner light. Honor child rights with win human rights is the outcome getting inspiration from Anne Sullivan Massey, the miracle teacher. I am sure with Swami's grace, the spiritual embryo found in India by Maria Montessori will be brought back to bring peace for all. I dedicate this work to the child yet to born, the absorbent mind Mary Montessori found only in India. As teachers in India, let us lay the seed of our work everywhere today for generations to come to reap the fruits of peace. Then every country will sing Vishwakavi Rabindranath Tagore's Let My Country Awake. For that, as Bharat Ratna Dr. S. Radhakrishnan said in his book, Kalki or the Future of Civilization, more relevant for the present times, the world must be imbued with a love of humanity. I am sure that day will come soon with Swami's grace. On behalf of all teachers, that will be our humble offering of gratitude to Sri Satya Sai and welcome to Prem Sai. Sai Ram and Jai Hind.
This is from the story of my life taken from Autobiography of Ellen Keller. I remember the morning that I first asked the meaning of the word love. This was before I knew many words. I had found a few early violets in the garden and brought them to my teacher. She tried to kiss me, but at that time I did not like to have anyone kiss me except my mother. Miss Sullivan put her arm gently around me and spelled into my hand, I love Ellen. What is love? I asked. She drew me closer to her and said, it is here, pointing to my heart, whose beats I was conscious of for the first time. Her words puzzled me very much because I did not then understand anything unless I touched it. I smelled the violets in her hand and asked, half in words, half in signs, a question which meant, is love the sweetness of flowers? No, said my teacher. Again I thought the warm sun was shining on us. Is this not love? I asked, pointing in the direction from which the heat came. Is this not love? It seemed to me that there could be nothing more beautiful than the sun, whose warmth makes all things grow. But Miss Sullivan shook her head, and I was greatly puzzled and disappointed. I thought it strange that my teacher could not show me love. A day or two afterward, I was stringing beads of different sizes in symmetrical groups, 2 large beads, 3 small ones, and so on. I had made many mistakes, and Miss Sullivan had pointed them out again and again with gentle patience. Finally, I noticed a very obvious error in the sequence, and for an instant I concentrated my attention on the lesson and tried to think how I should have arranged the beads. Miss Sullivan touched my forehead and spelled with decided emphasis, think. In a flash, I knew that the word was the name of the process that was going on in my head. This was my first conscious perception of an abstract idea. For a long time I was still. I was not thinking of the beats in my lap, but trying to find a meaning for love in the light of this new idea. The sun had been under a cloud all day, and there had been brief showers, but suddenly the sun broke forth in all its southern splendor. Again, I asked my teacher, is this not love? Love is something like the clouds that were in the sky before the sun came out, she replied. Then, in simpler words than these, which at that time I could not have understood, she explained, you cannot touch the clouds, you know, but you feel the rain and know how glad the flowers and the thirsty earth are to have it after a hot day. You cannot touch love either, but you feel the sweetness that it pours into everything. Without love, you would not be happy or want to play. The beautiful truth burst upon my mind. I felt that there were invisible lines stretched between my spirit and the spirits of others.